Hey! It's your favorite corruption fighter, Michael C. Marsh. So, I got some news, but I gotta wait until probably next week until it's official. But let's just say that I think I might finally have gotten my second sustained internal affairs report from my favorite sheriff's office. So let me tell you guys something. It's time that we stop asking and start demanding. Let me tell you something, okay? If we all show up at the sheriff's office, I think they'll finally begin to listen and finally take into consideration what we have to say. So having said that, I've tried to reach out numerous times, okay, to Indian River County Sheriff's Office, because all I want to do is discuss body cameras. After all, look at the track record. Millions of dollars with wasteful lawsuits. Then why did they happen? Because of excessive force, policy violations. And what happens? Absolutely nothing. You deal with internal affairs, and it's an absolute joke. Okay? So, if they're not going to go to body cameras, then you know what? It's time for us, the community, to arm ourselves with body cameras. Okay? The time has passed. We're done. If you look at what takes place here in Indian River County, it's a good old boy network. Alright? You got buddy buddies from the sheriff's office, buddy buddies with the state attorney's office, all the way to Florida Department of Law Enforcement. You will get nowhere. Okay? That's like you got, I don't know how many different families that work at the sheriff's office, but think about this for a minute. What are you going to do? Put a complaint in against one of the lieutenant's sons, and then the complaint goes to the lieutenant? What's the lieutenant going to do? Tell his son, don't you be messing with them black folks again over there in Gifford. I mean, you get absolutely nowhere. So, not raining on anybody's parade in Gifford, but listen, meetings and all that stuff, that's great. But you know what? It's action. It's time for lights, cameras, action. Literally, we need cameras, okay? It is time to go into your county commissioners and say, you know something? We need change. We have a broken sheriff's office that does not care and is not fulfilling their mission statement, their vision, their core competencies over there at the sheriff's office. Like good old Miss Scott has said, there she is watching their queen, okay? We're paying for deliverables that we're not getting. So you know something? County commissioners meeting, okay? I guarantee you, if the whole Gifford shows up at the sheriff's office, okay, someone's going to come out and speak to us, okay? There's no reason why I have to send numerous emails to Eric Flowers and I don't get no response. Then, hey, can I come on your show there, Mr. Flowers? You got your cool radio show. And since it's the community outreach, whatever you call it, I am the community, Mr. Flowers. I am Vero Marsh. In case you didn't get the memo, they know me here in Indian River County, and they kind of like me. So let me come on your show, Mr. Flowers. I will put the first donation towards the body camera initiative because I know that my sheriff wants to make sure that he protects the community and he protects his mean green deputies there. So what are we waiting for? New body cameras coming next week. Listen, you see my buddy John Slocum? After the first time I met him, he was stored in my phone as Mr. Body Cam. Because I tell you this, in the over a year that I've been fortunate enough to call him my friend, he's opened my eyes. Okay? And he's actually been the reason some of the times that I haven't turned up like I should have turned up. But let me give you an example. Vero Beach Police Department, okay? Working on body cameras. I got an email today from Chief Morris from Sebastian Police Department. Guess what? My conversation with Chief Morris, she told me, hey, basically, There's no convincing. She's a proponent for body cameras. Do you see the missing link? What's the missing link? Your good old Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Those of you who are on the end corruption of Indian River County, we're going to play back the videos of not mine, but your sheriff explaining that in 10 years, then we'll probably go to body cameras. The emerging technology we needed yesterday. If you have nothing to hide, Sheriff's Office, then why aren't you going to body cameras? Better yet, why can't we talk? Why can't we have the discussion on body cameras? Well, guess what? We gonna talk one way or another because eyes are coming back to the county commissioners meeting. Oh, yes. See, my chairman, Mr. Solari, okay, he answers all my questions. Since he answers them so great, I'm going to come back and ask some more. Now, the county attorney, hopefully he'll be out sick that day because I can't tell you what he knows as an attorney because I'm still waiting for him to respond to me. Can you record inside of the courthouse, Mr. Dillon? I never got that answer back from you. I don't think you care for me too much, sir. You know, it amazes me how many incompetent attorneys pass the Florida bar. You know, I really should go to law school because I tell you, we got some dumb behind attorneys that have passed the Florida bar. So, having said this, the community leaders in Gifford, not all of them, but a good select few are a joke, okay? They're part of Massa's camp, okay? You ain't got to take my word for it. You tell me, okay, in the last X amount of years, what has your fine Gifford leaders, what have they done for you? What have they done for you? Listen, if you think for 1 second they're not just as bad as the goons who are abusing the power, they are worse because they are allowing it. Let me give you a case in point. Counsel Larry Bryant. Who from the NAACP is suing the sheriff's office for excessive force right now? Hold on. I'll wait. Anyone? Wait a second here. The NAACP, didn't they bond him out? How come they didn't sue for excessive force? Oh, wait a second. They must have just dropped his case because they felt bad for old Mr. Bryant, right? No. Negative, ghostwriter. Everyone is in cahoots, okay? State Attorney's Office. These geniuses that call themselves leaders for the black community. It is a joke, okay? You're being scammed. Wake up, okay? Forget meetings. You want to go to a meeting? You want to have a meeting? County commissioners. You know why? Because that's how you're going to get change. Listen, I ain't knocking any church that you got in Gifford, okay? But you can talk and scream and pray until you can't do no more, all right? Prayer without effort is meaningless, okay? That's like having faith, but you're not quite sure. So you know what? If you're going to worry, you can't have faith. Oh, I done been to church a couple times in my day, all right? You're either going to worry or you're going to have faith. You don't get to have both. So having said that, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because we got a problem. How many names do you need me to go through? Derek Washington, Brad Martinez, Miss Woods. I mean, are you going to tell me we ain't got no problem in Indian River County? Oh, no, we have a major problem in Indian River County. Let me tell you something. Very, very soon, there's going to be a bunch of videos. And I'm going to show you, okay, the services that you're not getting from your good old boys from the sheriff's office. See, they don't like me. Some of them do. There's some good ones out there. Not many of them, but there are some good ones over at the sheriff's office. But having said that, okay, when's the last time that you got to work a 10-hour shift and do this? You know what that is? Absolutely nothing. So having said that, if I pull dash cam footage, okay, there should be a couple hours worth of footage, right? How are our deputies interacting with the community? Because let's talk policy for a minute. They have a mobile video recording policy, which means any interaction with the community, it should be on video. So Where's the videos, guys? Where's the videos? So what that tells me is one or two things. Magically, you're not recording, or two, you ain't doing anything. But you ain't got to take my word for it. How many of y'all watched Reading Rainbow as kids? I loved Reading Rainbow. Do you know what the main thing that Lamar used to say is? You don't got to take my word for it. Take a look. Okay? It's on a dash cam video. So having said that, it's time that someone speaks to us. Okay? It's time for someone to speak to us, because I've been nothing except professional, and I have wrote emails, and no one cares. No one cares. But you know something? I tell you when y'all going to start responding at the sheriff's office, when all of a sudden you get that phone call and you hear, I don't know, pick your favorite newscast. I'm going to go with mine. Channel 5 calling. We have this investigative report. We want to talk to you about your body cameras. Oh, y'all ain't got body cameras? Well, can we talk to you about when you guys are going to implement a body cam initiative? And let me tell you something. You got the right person, because this big mouth here, oh, a lot of people be listening. So soon come. So you don't want to respond to me? I'll have you respond to somebody else, because you know something? It looks really, really bad. Okay? How many times have you put on the news and you see that, oh, so-and-so declined to comment? You know what that means? That means they got something to hide, and they sure don't want to come on camera. So you can speak to me, or we can speak to some of the professionals. But you know what? I think that it's a travesty of justice to have a public information officer, community outreach person, whatever his title is. Why don't you want to speak to me? I want to know, when are we going to get body cameras? What research are you doing to think about getting body cameras? Can we talk about some type of civilian review board? I don't get it. Is Major Flowers on vacation? Hello? Mr. Flowers, are you out there? Can you see me? I saw you doing your show, sir, so I know you're at the sheriff's office somewhere. I don't get it. Listen, I even put the proposition, I'll take anybody from the sheriff's office. Listen, Flowers, you don't want to deal with me? Get me Teddy Floyd. Get me anyone else at the sheriff's office that is a star over there. I'll talk to anyone and have that discussion about body cameras, because I don't get it. It makes no sense to me that you have an agency that has all these problems, and you wouldn't think that, hey, you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and think about these body cameras. You know, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. How many more lawsuits are we going to have here in Indian River County before we think about, you know what? I think it's time that we get some transparency over here. It's an absolute joke. Okay? We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So we're done meeting. The next time we meet, we'll meet a little closer to the sheriff's office. And then maybe someone will magically come out and speak with us. But that's what's getting ready to happen. Because let me tell you, the meetings at the church, wherever else you want to have meetings, what is that doing? I'm asking a sincere question. Okay? There's nothing wrong with strategizing and planning, but what's your next step? Okay? Are we all going to get together in unison, go in front of county commissioners, use up your 3 minutes, and every single person come out there and say, this is what took place to me. This is how I was a victim of the sheriff's office. Until that happens, do you really think people like Solari and the rest of them, do you think they're really watching Facebook and they're like, oh man, look at Wanda Scott over there. Look what's happening in Gifford. Oh, no. Let me tell you something. Most of them would never, ever even know or have any inclination of what was taking place in Gifford if it wasn't for Wanda Scott coming up there, okay, and presenting it. Not that they care, or a few times, I don't even think they were awake, a couple of them, but that's what it's about. Because I tell you this, the roads and everything else that Wanda has brought to their attention, oh, it got done eventually. Best believe it got done. And I can assure you and I can promise you that if the sheriff's office does not want to go to body cameras, that's fine too. But I can guarantee you that there will be an increase in lawsuits. I don't think it. I know it. I can assure you of this. So either which way, we're going to win. We're going to win by suing you, or we're going to win by being able to force you to have transparency, accountability, and accessibility. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it whatsoever. So I would like to compliment Sebastian's chief, Vero Beats, their chief of police, Chief Curry, Chief Morris, because I reach out to those agencies, I get a phone call back like this, an email. This morning when I emailed Chief Morris, it took her, this is no exaggeration, it may have took her 7 minutes to respond back to me. I think it's about 7 years that your sheriff still didn't call me back yet. So 7 years, 7 minutes, potato, potato. Yeah, so yeah, that's ridiculous. But that's what it's about. You want to bridge the gap between the community. Who the hell can trust the sheriff's office? Seriously. Look what's taking place. What are they going to do tomorrow? Are they going to kill a fish? They were afraid, so they shot the goldfish. Our goldfish is no longer alive. Well, I mean, seriously, what's next? I mean, what is next? I just don't get it. All I want is just a little phone call back. Little old me. I want 2 phone calls. I want a phone call from Mr. Flowers. And my second one is, I want to know, why did good old Detective Scranton look me up? Why did he use the David system to look me up? I don't get it. You know what I was told today by the fine sheriff's office? I was told by, Captain Consalo? I have to look to see. They all start sounding the same at this point. He said, Mr. Marsh, you need to go to Internal Affairs. No! I don't want to deal with them. Why do I got to go through Internal Affairs? If Internal Affairs told me I should contact a superior, I don't get this here. Why am I getting the runaround? You going to send me back to good old Abalo? No, I'm good on that. I am quite good on that. Speaking of my best friend Abalo, very soon we're going to put up all the PDFs. We're going to put in his exact words. We're going to actually have a memoir in his own words, #Abalo, of what he referred to little old Michael C. Marsh. People shouldn't befriend Michael Marsh at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. What? Yeah, that's what your Internal Affairs Sergeant said. Yep, you know, the same one who, when he needs some overtime, he goes and works at the hospital. Yeah, that good guy Abalo. Speaking of when Abalo works at the hospital, do you know he parks illegally too? Ooh, damn Abalo. Let me see something. If I put a complaint in Abalo, I guess technically the only person who can investigate would be Leroy at that point, because you only got good old Abalo and Leroy Schmiff, the baddest detective in the whole damn town. So that would be interesting, because I got pictures. I got pictures there, sir. As much as the sheriff's office likes to think that they have their own parking spot at the hospital, no. That's not a parking spot. How about y'all walk y'all behinds, okay, from a real parking spot into the hospital, go do your little tough shift, okay? I know it's so rough to have to sit there and do absolutely nothing and watch monitors for 10 hours for your job detail. Damn, man, the life of a deputy sheriff. So anyways, that's all I got. But next week, oh, don't you worry, because I think I'm going to get a special little letter in the mail, and it's going to come from my best friends of Internal Affairs, and it's going to have this magical word. You know what word? Sustained. Ooh, that just did something to me there. I'm going to frame it, because in 4 years, I only got 2 sustained. Oh, let me explain this for the individuals who don't deal with internal affairs on a regular basis. So, normally what they do, ask Wanda Scott, it's unfounded because, you know, it's always unfounded. But once in a blue moon, it's like hitting Fantasy 5. You know when you get like 4 out of 5 and you get like $13 and a free ticket? That's what it's like when you hit a sustained on them. So what sustained means is that they admit that someone done violated that young policy. Yep. And I feel psychic. I feel like next week I'm going to get that sustained one in the mail. So anyways, that's what we planned in Indian River County. If you don't want to come talk to the people shall come talk to you. Soon come. Man, you know what? I even think the media may come out to see this one. They just might. So I just need a phone call back, because I don't think y'all like me. It's starting to look a little bit suspicious. As always, it's I am, you are, we are. It's team success, baby. Good night. Good evening.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.